Welcome to Obstacle Running Adventures.
Over the last 7 years, we have consistently released weekly episodes focusing on
obstacle course racing, running, and other adventures.
You'll hear interviews, event recaps, conversations about our sport,
quick news updates about happenings in our community.
And now, here are your hosts,
Standing on the corner,
Michael Stefano and Katelyn Ritter.
Hey guys, it's Michael Stefano.
And Katelyn Ritter. And Michael, how was your weekend?
Pretty good. It was a lot on Saturday. Friday night we drove down to Connecticut, got a hotel, and then Saturday morning we woke up super early and did I did a Deca Strong at Underdog Fitness. Probably not what you expected me to say, judging by the title of this episode. And then following that, we both did the Gaylord Gauntlet.
Yes, we did.
So pretty good. And then today was Father's Day, so pretty busy weekend.
We celebrated you as a cat dad.
Yes. No unveiling of any news there. There's nothing.
No human babies.
Almost made that real weird. Give a shout out to our sponsors.
Shout out Mudgear. Use code ADVENTURE for 15% off your next Mudgear purchase. And Caterpie. Use code OCRReport20 for 20% off your next Caterpie purchase.
Perfect. Let's shout out the $5+ Patreon supporters.
Jason Dupree, Samantha Thompson, Bradley Keel, Charlotte Engelman, Aaron Grindstaff, Laura and Stephen Ritter, Hank and Arlene Stefano, Kenny West, Cheryl Miller, Jessica Johnson, Nick Riker, Christopher Hoover, Kevin Gregory Jr., Evan Irick, Brent George, Logan Nagel, Asa Coddington, Seth Renderknetch.
Yes, thank you guys so much for the support. We greatly appreciate it. And shout out to the OCR Report for being a great home for us on the internets.
And to Will Hicks.
The Podfather. Check it out over at theocrreport.com. We just saw Zach Tate at Underdog Fitness repping a OCR Report shirt. Yeah, he's rocking it.
Yeah, and I creepishly took a picture and sent it to the group message, and Mike was like, Katelyn, you should take a picture of his shirt and send it to the OCR Report. And I was like, I did already.
I was doing that mid-skier. That's pretty funny. And a shout out to our sponsored athletes.
Javier Escobar, Kelly Sullivan, Ryan Brizzalara, and Joshua Reed.
Yeah, we didn't do any polls this week, so we're going to skip poll of the week, but we're going to go to meme of the week. All right, next up we're going to talk about some quick news, starting with DJ Fox, who was hit by a car. Just a huge reminder to wear a helmet. He didn't do a post about it, it was more of a story. It also sounded like the person that hit him claimed that they didn't hit him, which is a very annoying thing to have to deal with, I imagine. A he said, she said situation with one person getting injured and the other person just continuing to be a dick. So, bummer about that. Also, somewhat related, Gordon Ramsay also had a cycling accident.
I saw that.
And he got pretty banged up too. He also says, wear a helmet. So, just to all you guys listening, wear a helmet. Next up, the USA OCR team was released. Katelyn, do you want to take these names or should you just stick to podiums?
I'll do it. Ian Hosick, Kevin Thompson, Logan Broadbent, Marquise Green, Nathan Green, Sam Osborne, Noel Medina, Tyler Veerman, Annie Doobie, Courtney Washington, Nicole Miracle, Rose Wetzel, Vivian Tran, Cassina Golvikina, Casey Monroe, and Chris Riklowski.
Yeah, those people all qualified for the standard course. I'm familiar with almost all of them. For the short course, there's Ethan Brown, Kevin Thompson, Logan Broadbent, Marcus Green, Nathan Green, Sam Osborne, Lawrence Taylor, Brett Mazza, Annie Doobie, Courtney Washington, Taylor Miracle, Rose Wetzel, Vivian Tran, Ksenia Golovkina, Ashley Heller, and Petra Blevins. And for the 100 meter, Ethan Brown, Aaliyah Emus, Glenn Albright, Maria Ochsner, and Tiana Weberly. So congratulations to all of them. We have some disappointing news coming to us from Denmark.
Ida Mathilde, what's her name?
Ida Mathilde Stensgaard
posted DQ for me today at the OCR European Champs. It breaks my heart to do this update, but unfortunately I got DQ'd today. I forgot to collect my wristband after my penalty round, and this resulted in a disqualification. Yeah,
so just a continuation of, it's not just the 3-band situation. I don't know, just this rule book is just a little bit ridiculous, it seems. It sounds like she did the penalty, but she didn't grab the band, so because of that she was disqualified. Because obstacle course racing is all about grabbing bands and not, running and doing obstacles, and that should pretty much be the only two things there. Penalty loops if needed, but yeah, very, very annoying and disappointed for her. Next up, we have a new Deca Strong co-ed team relay world record.
I think it's the same people, but new time.
No. Someone beat their time, and then they got it back within, like, an hour or so.
That's crazy.
So Hybrid Fitness Meter posted about a Deca Strong being broken with 8:55, and then later that day, Amber Tate and Kevin Gregory joined forces again and finished in 8 minutes 36 seconds. So they now have the new record, which was the day after we were there. So congratulations to them. In other news, congratulations to Julie Wolfe, or now Julie White Phi, who just married Jason Phi yesterday, June 15th. Congratulations to them.
We love a wedding. For the Colorado Springs Ultra, for the men, in third place, Matt Taverner. In second place, Mark Gaudet. And in first place, Anthony Kunkel. And for the ladies, in third place, Dawn Westrom. In second place, Jessica Doobie. And in first place, Yara Alves.
Perfect. And now for the Savage Charlotte podiums.
For the men, in third place, Joel Hayes. In second place, Daniel Black. And in first place, Kevin Thompson. For the ladies, in third place, Jana Alley. In second place, Suzanne Espinoza. And in first place, Jessica Shepard.
Nice, I think it's Espinoza. Congratulations to them. Next up is the Spartan Tremblant Beast podiums.
In third place, Nick Best. In second place, Samuel Bergerson. And in first place, Patrick Figalt.
Oh, who follows us?
And for the women, in third place, Tess Kodhoff Dobbs. In second place, Carolyn Johnson. And in first place,
Mary Perrier, maybe? I don't know, you gotta put your name in bio, or just write people's names instead of tagging people. It's annoying to have to click all of them.
That is annoying.
Oh, and this was just recently posted, so we could talk about this too, thanks to Obstacle Racing Media.
No, Spartan Race Canada. Oh. In third place for the men,
You know who that is.
Samuel Hubert. In second place, Mikhail Jarello.
Jarello.
And in first place, Brandon Neely.
Yeah, these are some big names. How did we not follow you back, Brendan? Brendan, we followed you back now. Apologies for that.
And for the women, in third place, Suzanne Sininsky. In second place, Beatrice Moen Silvestri. And in first place, Lisa Musacchio.
Yeah, congratulations to her. And a couple more podiums. We have European OCR Championships for the short course.
For the men, coming from Italy, Loris Pintrelli. In second place, Jesse De Hare from the Netherlands.
Yep.
And in first place for the men, Stingy.
Come on, again. I've been saying his name all weekend. Stein.
Legrand.
Yep.
Legrand from the Netherlands. In fairness, you've been saying it, but I didn't realize that that's how it was spelled.
That's fair, yeah.
For the women, in third place, Elsa Rijip... Is that a J?
Yeah.
Rijiprista.
From the Netherlands, not sure how to pronounce
Netherlands. In second place, Sarah Bachstrom from Sweden. And in first place, from Russia, Elisa Petrova.
Yeah, congratulations to all of them. And now we have the full course.
In third place, Tibola Debruscher. Derbyshire. In second place, Jesse De Hare. And in first place, Stein Legrand. And then for the women, in third place, Henriette Brodum. In second place, Helena Schreuster. And in first place, Elisa Petrova.
Yeah, which is Denmark, Germany, and Russia. Or EOSF, whatever that gets for.
What's BE?
Oh, Thibault's from Belgium, I believe. Yeah, he's a Belgian athlete.
I would have put BEL.
Yeah, that's tricky. Secret links, there's 5 of them down below, so go ahead and check those out. But let's finally get to what this episode is all about. So I was very excited to support another small OCR that I've never done before, and it very much exceeded our expectations. Very, very fun event for a great cause. We could talk a lot more about it here, but we have a recap after the interviews, so here's what you have to look forward to for the episode. For the first 8 minutes, you'll hear from Robin Pisciotti and the mayor playing the national anthem on his electric guitar, which was very entertaining. Following that, you'll hear from Tara Knapp from Gaylord, Beth Haydu from Achilles, Dana Martin and Sherry Dumiss, Jeff Hoyt, I believe his last name was, and Black Hog Brewing. That's 22 minutes of that. Then you'll hear 7 minutes of speeches and award audio. Then you'll hear from Mike Tubiak and David Alejandro, Rome Leykin, Diane Vitagliano, Mohammad Malek Sabr, Laurie Vizzario, Tim Kilbride and Kate Donohue, Shannon and Jess, Shay, Athletic Brewing, 24 Piece, and Dr. Steve Holland. It's 42 minutes of that. And then you'll hear my recap along with Katelyn for 6 minutes. So let's get to all that. All right, buddy. So we'll just start off with your name and where you're from.
Yes. Hi, my name's Robin Pisciotti. From Waterbury.
Perfect. And tell me about your history of running Gaylord Gauntlet.
Oh man, this is actually my 7th one. Yes. And man, this place has got me on my feet and going to do it. Man, I love it. These people. I actually was just getting out of a wheelchair when I think near my first one. Before I came to Gaylord, I could hardly walk. Places, miracles are happening here. I mean, I'm walking, actually going through this, like I said, for the 7th time. It's amazing. Yeah. And Gaylord gets the credit for that. Yeah.
Were you intimidated the first time taking on this course?
I was intimidated, but I was excited to have another accomplishment under my belt, so I could keep moving forward down the road. I mean, at one time I was told I'd be lucky to take 50 steps the rest of my life. Now I'm walking through this. It's amazing. Give glory and honor to Jesus, my Savior. He is real, and He comes through this course with me every year. Yeah. So I love it.
How much do you look forward to this, like every year too?
Me and my buddy, we were actually counting the days down. I see him at the gym. We were saying we got 50 days to go, however it was. Yeah. And here it is. So I was excited to come to Gaylord for anything. Yeah. So I love it. Yeah, especially doing the Gauntlet.
Other than like walking the course and stuff, what are your favorite obstacles to do? Watch other people do?
I got to be honest. I cheat a little bit on the obstacles. That's fine. If it's difficult, I kind of go around it. Yeah. And the muddy parts, I usually always go around. But my main thing here is to cross the finish line. Yeah. So if I do that, I'm happy. Yeah. How's the event changed over the years? What has it been like seeing it progress? Yeah, it's getting bigger. A lot more people. Yeah. Well, it was big the first time. But now every year it's getting bigger and bigger. It's taking on a life all its own. Yeah. Who would you recommend this course for? Oh my goodness, anybody that wants to have an accomplishment under their belt. Yeah. Yeah. Put another notch in your belt by doing this, and it's such a great feeling going through the finish line. You can't explain it. You gotta, especially when you've been through something there. You're coming out of a hospital situation. Cross that finish line is a very proud moment. Yeah. I know it was every time for me, but especially the first time. Yeah. So, very proud to do that.
What got you involved with the Gaylord Gauntlet?
Oh, my goodness. Well, it's so big. Spend any time at the hospital, it's advertised everywhere. Okay. So I never heard of it till I was here. And then when I first heard it, I said, oh, my goodness, that's something I'd like to try. And I tried it, and now they're stuck with me every year. I love it. Yeah. So it's cool that you've been a part of this event in like multiple different roles. Talk about those different roles that you've played. Well, here at Gauntlet, I've only done it just going through it, but I've this place has made such an impact on me. I actually have this unique opportunity to volunteer here. Yeah. Being around these amazing people, amazing. Yeah. Explain what it means to be like a mentor and everything. Oh, it's giving back to Gaylord. That's what I call it. It's volunteering, but I call it giving back to this place. Yeah. It made such an impact on me. These people. I love them. They're almost like family to me, more than friends. Or so.
Can you talk a little bit about your peer mentorship is with stroke patients? Right?
Yeah. Okay. It's it's whoever they give me to go see, but mostly stroke patients. Yeah. So I go in and I share my experiences with them, or whatever they want to talk about. I more or less don't do a whole lot of talking. I just like to say, I had a stroke, and I just want you to see what can happen if you don't give up. Right. And if you work hard and do work hard in here and do what they tell you to do. I want, it's more, I think they get more out of just seeing somebody what's down the road that they're on. And seeing is more powerful than anything I could tell them. But absolutely. It's one thing to talk the talk. It's another thing to walk the walk. When they see somebody, see the expression, their whole complex changes when they say, when I tell them, hey, I had a stroke too, man. Yeah. And now I'm doing the Gauntlet. I'm driving. I work, and I'm still not where I want to be, but I'm still I call it the healing road. I'm still on the healing road, and you follow that road out till you get to the end. Yeah. So that's what I tell them. So, and I know it helped me a lot. When I was in the hospital, I had people come in and encourage me, and I'd see people that I found out had strokes or some other brain injury, and I saw them moving about, and I said, oh man, so it's possible.
Paying it forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So paying it forward. And that's Gaylord's motto. Anything's possible.
Yeah.
So I just passing it on. So yeah, I look at it, and I mean that sincerely. That's more of giving back to Gaylord than volunteering, but I am a volunteer here. Yeah, I love it. Amazing people. Starting with Tara.
Rob, I want to make sure we
Oh,
have
okay.
enough time to get you
Yeah.
to the
Well, all right, yeah. So I'll be here
We
after.
only got like 15 minutes.
Well, thanks for doing what you do. It's awesome talking to you.
So yeah, I mean, I'm here all the time.
Gentlemen, to play our national anthem, please give it up for Mayor Vinny Cervone! Achilles, are you ready to do it? Team Achilles in 3, 2, 1, go!
So we'll just start with your name and where you're from.
Sure. I'm Tara Knapp. I'm Vice President for External Affairs at Gaylord, and I'm from Wallingford.
So tell me about what your job entails.
Okay. So I work to help promote the Gaylord Gauntlet, and I was here when it first started and was part of its inception when our chief medical officer looked around the campus, our 400-acre campus in Wallingford, and said, gosh, have you ever thought to do like an obstacle course or a 5K or a mud run? Yeah. And of course we hadn't, but with that nut of an idea, the Gauntlet was born. This is our 10th year running it. Yeah. It is coordinated completely by our staff here at the hospital. We have 24 obstacles, fire, mud, water. 30 to 40% of it is upper body work. The rest is all lower body. We have natural and man-made obstacles. So there are areas that are Tarzan swings, there are zip lines, but we have water slides and we have crawl under the mud. So there's just so much here for people. You're bound to find something to challenge you, and you're able to also go around it.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful venue too. I've been doing this sport for about 12 years now, and this is obviously the first time I've ever done a course at a hospital, which is pretty crazy. It's unique.
It is, and you know what? It's just part of the culture and personality at Gaylord. Everything we do is unique and is individualized for our patients. And if any hospital was going to do a mud run or an obstacle course, it would be Gaylord. And our mantra here is think possible. And that just sort of bleeds into everything else that we do, whether it's our approach to patient care, if it's how we get involved in the community. We're very open to novel ideas, and we have a lot of innovative staff. And so together we create really fun events and miracles for for our patients.
Yeah, explain how the fundraising works, how the proceeds go to fund.
Yeah, so the proceeds of the Gaylord Gauntlet 5K go to our adaptive sports program that's called the Sports Association. It is one of the largest adaptive sports programs in the region. We have 17 adaptive sports, and they include things like adaptive archery, water skiing, snow skiing, rock climbing, golf, tennis, quad rugby. I mean, the list goes on. And we do this so that recreation and leisure and competitive sports can be accessible for all. Yes. I think I was saying to you earlier, you and I can just go out and buy a bike, and we might spend $75 for a really basic bike. But if somebody who has had a stroke or is paralyzed wants a bike, it's about $4,000 for a recumbent or a hand cycle. And that is an obstacle that is very hard for people to overcome. And they've already overcome an initial health obstacle. And so we're able to step in, remove those obstacles, and make sure anybody who wants to can get back into the game of life, and that they can, find their competitive spirit again, find something new that they want to do, and live life to its fullest. And so the success of this event is critical to paying for those things, because we charge little to nothing to our participants so that they can fully get involved in anything that might interest them. And we, really believe with adaptation, anything is possible.
Yeah, well, I love to hear that. So you don't know much about us, but our full-time job, I'm a behavioral therapist for autistic kids. My wife's a special ed teacher, so we are all about meeting kids and just people where they are. And make things accessible for them too. Life shouldn't be cut. They should be included in more activities. And so I think that water skiing and golf, and that's amazing.
Yeah, and even our obstacles were built to be challenging, but they were also built for anybody of any ability. So if you have had a stroke and you're hemiplegic, like Rob that you talked to earlier today, he's going to still be able to do the zip line because he can sit on it rather than hold it, right? So we have made all these accommodations because we have specialists. Our certified therapeutic rec specialists have helped us look at each obstacle through the eyes of somebody who might have a disability and how that could be accessible. And of course, there's always things like when I got to one that was too hard and I just walked around it. So that's always an option with an obstacle. But the idea is for everybody to try the obstacle and try and get their way through.
And I imagine that some races have penalties for if you miss an obstacle, but it's just and enjoy yourself, right?
Exactly. We do some awards, and the award ceremony will be more around noon, and people who are running any time before, I think, 11 are eligible. We have a lot of people who come at 8 a.m. and they get out there, and if the course is pristine, they run it in, 19 minutes or something, and they want to medal. But we have an awful lot of people here who are, book clubs and just friends from, school, and they come out and they just have a really good time. And, everyone is a winner when you finish.
Yeah, I love that. So the sport's been having a lot of ups and downs, COVID, there's all sorts of barriers in the way. How has this event been going for you guys over the years?
So it's interesting, even during the pandemic, that's the only year that it didn't actually get run, but we had ordered the bibs, we had the tees, we had to make a last minute call, but we had maybe 600-700 people signed up in 2020 for June, and we did have to call it because there were a lot of concerns about people going through the same water that someone else went through, or holding the same muddy, there were so many unknowns we didn't know, so that was the one that didn't actually happen. But it became sort of a virtual fundraiser. People just donated their race, and we crawled back a little bit slowly. We're really happy to be up at 1,000 again this year. I think last year we were between 800 and 900. So it really came back. People like outdoor things, especially post-COVID. So this has been continued to be a real success.
Yeah, just pulling up, it was nice seeing this again because we've been in the sport since 2012, 2013, and it looks like it's that good feel of a small local event doing well again. It's really refreshing.
Yeah, and we have people coming from a lot of other states. A couple of years ago, somebody came from Ohio, and I said, "Wow, you're from Ohio?" And he said, "Oh, I'm trying to do a mud run in every state." There's that mindset where people are trying to discover and travel, and we're a great destination. We're well run, we're affordable, very creative obstacles, and we've had a lot of compliments from people who have done the big named ones where they said, thousands of people, and by the time they get to an obstacle, it's already been taken out because it wasn't built well and it didn't support the volumes. We've never had that problem. I mean, safety is our number one priority here, and we have had a lot of compliments from people to say this is one of the best mud runs that they've been in, and that they thought so many of our obstacles were very fun and creative and interesting, and the campus itself is just gorgeous. There's areas that are hot and sunny, and there's areas that are dark and shaded, and you just get the whole day.
Yeah. And going back to you personally, you've been at the Stub for a while. What do you love so much about working at Gaylord?
I've been at Gaylord for 22 years. Okay. So to say I like it is an understatement. Every day is different, and our patients inspire us every day. Our patients in the hospital, they come in horizontal, they leave vertical. They see a lot of times with the Gauntlet, what I love is patients right now, they'll come out on a Saturday, they hear all this noise, their family is visiting, they go to the food trucks, they watch, and sometimes their therapist will say, Fred or Harry or Mary, this could be you next year. And they're like, no. And sure enough, next year they run it. And they don't think they can. They're still in a wheelchair. And they think, there's no way I could do this. And they'll say, that guy right there who's at the start line at the 10 o'clock wave was a patient here last year. And it's true. Anthony was here last year. And now he's running this in a wheelchair 1 year later. I mean, we've had so many success stories like that, and it's inspiring to our patients, and it's inspiring to us as staff to see this, and just see people overcome obstacles and take hold of their life.
You said something to see. It's one thing to kind of see an event and be like, this thing, put it on the calendar, and something. I feel like that goes a long way mentally too.
Yeah, it's so critical, and when you're recovering from anything, to set micro goals and macro goals, right? And to say, today I'm going to walk 10 feet, but 10 feet every day means I'm going to do the Gauntlet in 365 days. And I think that really makes a difference for people.
Yeah. And any final thoughts on how you feel the event's going so far today?
Oh my God. First of all, the weather gods were with us. So that is 90% of success when you're doing special events. It is a gorgeous day. 120 volunteers, 1,000 runners, 24 obstacles. The mayor doing his guitar, solo before the 10 o'clock. I mean, it's wonderful. It's awesome. It's a great day. It's another huge success.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for doing what.
Thank you for coming and covering this, and good luck on your run at 11:20.
Yes, very excited for it.
I'm Beth Haydu. I'm from East Hampton, Connecticut.
What are you here representing today?
I'm representing Achilles as the part of the operations team. Achilles matches guides with athletes that might not normally be able to run a race.
Awesome. How long have you been working with them?
I've been volunteering with them since 2018, 2019.
What keeps you there?
I just love helping them. I am getting to know the guides. They have like a wide range of personalities, helping them to be able to finish a race.
Yeah. So obviously this is a big event. I'm sure a lot of athletes. What are some other events you guys out at?
Hartford Marathon in October is one of our biggest ones. Last weekend we were at the Hartford Marathon Yukon Health. Okay. We were one of the charities that benefited from that race.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and we probably have, about 10, 12 races a year?
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So that was a huge weekend. We had 3 races last weekend. We had a team that was in Yukon on Saturday. Okay. At the same time, there was a team in Fairfield running the 5K. And then on Sunday, there were a few athletes that were running the half marathon in Fairfield.
That's awesome. Are you a runner yourself, too? Or?
Yes, I'm also a runner.
What are some of your favorite events that you've done?
Hartford Marathon is by far my favorite. Yeah, the energy on Hartford Marathon Day is just amazing.
Yeah. Have you ever
No, I have not.
Have you ever done an obstacle race? Or?
No, I have not.
You should. And Have you been a guide for people, for athletes and stuff like that too?
Yeah, for as long as I've been volunteering with Achilles, I've been guiding athletes.
And just, again, go back into like the variety of different like athletes that are adaptive.
So today we have a couple of visually impaired athletes. We have one that has 2 prosthetics. And what else? Zach, challenged athlete.
Yeah. Is Mike Tubiak with you guys? Or?
Mike Tubiak, yes.
We met him.
David Alejandro.
Alejandro.
Okay, I don't know him.
So they live near each other.
They tend to be at races together.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And then how do you feel that the event's going today?
Great. This is great.
And final thoughts on find out more about you guys.
You can go on to Achilles, Connecticut, and you can learn a whole lot. You can volunteer. You can register as an athlete.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
My name's Dana Martin, and I'm from Westport, Connecticut.
Sherry Dumiss, Lebanon, Connecticut.
Awesome. And you're both here as guides. How did the event go for you today?
It was great. It actually was better than I expected, especially because I was here last year in the pouring rain. Yeah, and the athlete we were with last year did not finish. It was just too much for him. So this year it was just spectacular. Yeah.
How did your event go today?
This was my first event, and of course it was this obstacle, but that was pretty cool. So it went wonderful, better than I expected.
What was your athlete's adaptability? I don't know.
Yeah. First of all, what's the best way to ask that?
You could say what
was their adaptation?
It's okay to say what's the disability.
Okay,
They're considered the abbreviation is AWDs.
Okay.
So athletes with disabilities.
Okay.
And that's how they're termed in the New York Marathon or Boston Marathon. They're actually the AWDs.
Okay.
Athletes with disabilities in a separate category. The athlete that we were guiding is named Jordan. He's from Bridgeport and he's blind.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were both with him? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you have any favorite obstacles out there?
Well, his favorite was the zip line.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Which is new.
Yep.
And I think he avoided some of the really super, super muddy things, but he did 2 of the climbing walls were challenging, and I think he really enjoyed those. Yeah.
Do you have any favorite obstacles out there yourself?
I didn't do the zip line, but that was really cool. The rock was neat.
Yep.
And what was the other one I did?
They did that climbing.
Yep. When you climbed up. Yes. And of course the slide.
Yes, it's so good.
What made you interested in becoming guide runners?
I first saw Achilles when I lived in New York City, and I would see them Saturday mornings. Achilles does their workouts in Central Park, and I lived near the park, so I would see them working out, and this was back in the early 2000s. And then I left the city and moved around a little. When I moved back to Connecticut, I saw the Achilles group at a race in 2019 and said it's been a dream to do that and to share the love of running with other people. So,
how did you become a guide runner?
I saw Achilles. I saw the Achilles tent at a race several years ago, and I said to my friend that this is what I want to do when I retire, because I know the enjoyment that running brings to me, and I wanted to be able to offer that to somebody else. And so I retired in December, and here I am.
Congratulations
I joined.
on retirement.
That's awesome. And you said you've done this course before. Have you done any other obstacle course races before?
No, this is the only one I've done. This is it. Yeah, it is. It's great. It's great.
How about you? Have you done another OCR before?
Several years ago, I did one in Hartford, and they did not have 24 obstacles.
Oh, no?
It was quite a bit less.
Yeah.
This was amazing. Yeah.
And who would you recommend this course for?
Anybody, really, anybody. Anybody with a disability. There's great support out on the course. There are plenty of people at each one of the obstacles willing to help and also give us suggestions to help with the guiding. So I think that's it. It's great for that. And then anybody who wants to attempt an obstacle course, especially because there are so many obstacles.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And they can pick and choose,
exactly.
which was
No
great.
punishment,
Yeah.
obstacle here. It's very, very nice and easy. It's beautiful.
Yeah, some of the obstacle races, like the Spartan races, where you'd have to stop if you skip an obstacle, you have to do burpees and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And this is it's so mellow. It's really relaxing.
Great turnout too.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts on the event today?
I'm just so glad it wasn't raining. It was just awful last year, and this is fantastic.
Yeah. It was a blast, and I think our athlete had a good time, so that was meaningful.
Well, great. Love that you guys did what you did, and thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
My name's Jeff. I'm from Middletown.
And how was the Gaylord Gauntlet for you today?
Gaylord Gauntlet was fantastic, as always.
Yeah. What was your favorite obstacle?
Oh, that's a tough one. I do a lot of obstacle course racing. Monkey bars are always my favorite.
Okay.
So when I get to the monkey bars, where a lot of people are kind of dreading it, I'm like, I want more, you know. But that's probably my favorite.
And you're wearing an old school Fit Challenge headband. What are your thoughts on Fit Challenge going away?
I was disappointed in that. Yeah, for sure. It was always kind of the start of the season because I think it was in April, the end of April, and it was close enough to get to. And so the more obstacle course races within a 2-hour radius where I live, the better.
Yeah. So what else? What other local OCRs do you have around here?
Not anything local to Connecticut. Well, they had one at Rensselaer Field, which went away.
Okay.
Now they have something called the Muddy Dash, which I've never done before.
Okay.
That's coming up, I think, in August or something. But they used to have, I can't remember what the name of it is.
Zombie Charge in Connecticut years ago. I think it was 2013. There's a lot that's they're no longer with us anymore, so I'm always looking for new ones. We've never come here before.
Yeah,
so.
I'm going to do Savage Race I think that's in August. I've done that before.
Yeah.
That's in Bari, Mass.
Yep.
And then I'm going to do the Spartan Super, which is in Bari, Mass.
Yep.
I need to do a Beast.
Okay.
A Spartan Beast, which I haven't done yet. And the one I think it's at Killington.
That's murderous.
I don't think I'm ready for that. I think I want to do there's one in New Jersey. I was going to try to.
Pretty hard, but a lot better than Killington.
Yeah. So I missed that this year. I was going to do it. Something came up. I couldn't do it. It was a little far to drive for a one-day trip.
Yeah.
After doing something like a Beast.
Exactly.
So I hope this continues. I hope more obstacles. I mean, I can't. I'm here by myself because I can't get anyone to do it with me. You know.
Times have changed a lot. Yeah. But it sounds like they got a little bit more than 1,000 people here today, which is huge. We only got here around 10 or 9 or 10, so we missed out on a lot of people. But it's good to see. It feels like the good old days being back here.
You ran already?
Yes.
Okay, I was going to say, you look a little clean. You know?
We went down the other side a couple times.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm tan, but
That'll
it's
do
really
it.
dark.
Right. Yeah,
Awesome.
that's
And then
great.
final thoughts on the Gaylord Gauntlet, who you'd recommend it to?
I would recommend it to everyone. I hope it continues. And it's a great opportunity to raise money and, anything I can do, on top of just giving money, but having fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to me, and glad you had fun.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
My name is Tyler, and I'm from Black Hog Brewing in Oxford, Connecticut.
So tell us all about you guys.
Well, we are celebrating our 10-year anniversary this year. I'd like to say that we are one of the footprints of the Connecticut craft brewing industry. We've got a lot of great variety in our tap room. We have a nice selection in the distro, and we're growing. I think we're in probably 10 states now, eight to 10 states now, and forever growing. Yeah, we made a pretty good comeback from the COVID.
Yeah.
We were in about 12 states before COVID and sank down to 5 or 6, and I think we're jumping back up to 10 again. So that's pretty cool.
How long have you been with them?
6 months or so, 6-7 months. I was in the industry for about a decade beforehand, though, so it's been a smooth transition.
Nice. Tell us about some of the options that you have here today.
Today we have one of our core 4. We have the Hazy Connecticut-style Juicy India Pale Ale. That is a 6.2. It's pretty much just your basic New England-style IPA, except we add a little bit of extra haze to it to make it special.
Okay.
We have our Pineapple Tangerine Riesling Grapefruited Sour Ale.
That's the one I got. I was pretty good. I like that one. Yeah.
This is a part of our sour series, which pretty much every quarter, give or take, we run a new sour. We actually have a blackberry, blueberry, raspberry one coming out at the end of June.
Sounds pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, we have a whole bunch of other options as well. I'm looking forward to we have the blueberry muffin sour.
Ooh, okay.
Which is the one I'm waiting. It's the one I'm waiting for. Yeah.
What's the third option that you have here today?
Right now we have, this is our Makes You Hum Hard Tea Seltzer. This is our seltzer line.
Okay.
This is the Citra, which is tangerine, lemon, and lime. We have a black cherry. Yeah,
Yep.
We have a black cherry. And we have a raspberry lime as well. And those come out periodically, and quite a good variety. I'm shooting to get more variety.
Perfect. Line's starting to form again. Where can people find out more about the brewery online?
You can find us at all of our socials, which is just going to be Black Hog Brewing on Facebook, Black Hog Beer on X, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can find us on Untapped at Black Hog Brewing Co. We are located over at 115 Hurley Road in Oxford, Connecticut, right over in the area close to the airstrip, the airfield. And yeah, we're there. We are open Thursday through Sunday. And hopefully, as it gets nicer, we'll be open Wednesday.
Sweet.
And maybe one day we'll be open 7 days a week again. So it'll be a good time, and I hope to see you there.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me, and good luck getting out on their beer.
Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Made this event so amazing, and of course, we wish you the best today and in your retirement. To Dr. Holland.
I reminded Sonia before you started that I usually say a couple of words. I'm very pleased, and thank you very much. That was unexpected. What I'd like to say, though, is I appreciate all of you. People showing up, making the event. That's really, it's always about the people. So thank you very much. So I'm the guy that kind of helps with the obstacles, dreaming them up, and then I groom the trail. It's a facilities team, though, that goes out and actually builds it. And then this year we had Consigli Construction to help build the zip line. If you like the zip line, I'm the guy that did it. If you didn't like it, then you blame Joe back there and some other people because it was a little crazy idea that we had. But I think it worked out very well. Thank you all for showing up. This is really makes our day, and thank you for great weather. This really made it. And now on to Katie Jolie and the awards.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Holland. So I do have a couple more thank yous before I move into our awards, because I want to thank all of our amazing volunteers who are still out on the course. We need over 120 volunteers to make this event possible. So let's give it up for all of our amazing volunteers. And of course, our amazing development, public relations department here at Gaylord, Roz, Katelyn, who put this race together along with our Gaylord Gauntlet committee. Without them, this race wouldn't be possible. So hats off to you guys. Amazing job back there. These two right there and a whole crew of people. All right, so my name's Katie Jolie, and I oversee here our Gaylord Sports Association. If you're not familiar with it, it is our adaptive sports program here. And we have some amazing adaptive athletes out here today. We actually have 30 adaptive athletes, which is a record for us. So congratulations to all the adaptive athletes. I also want to announce this event has been so supportive and allowed our program to grow. As Sonia said, this is our 10th year. And over the past 10 years, this event has raised $800,000 for our program. That's incredible, right? And thanks to all of our runners and our sponsors, that's who makes this event so successful. So thank you all very much. This year, if you didn't know, we were sold out. 1,000 runners here today going through the course. All right, let's go with our awards. All right, we're going to start with our Adaptive Division Awards. So we have 3 adaptive divisions. We have our wheelchair division, we have our mobility division, and our visually impaired division. So first off, we're going to do our adaptive athlete wheelchair division. This is actually our Sports Association featured athlete who is, finished with a time of 2 hours and 4 minutes, all the obstacles. Anthony Pachon, come on up. Congratulations. Amazing job. You crushed it. All right, next up, our adaptive athlete visually impaired division. Let's go with, in 3rd place is Jason Rustico with a time of 1 hour and 10 minutes. Jason, are you here? Woo, congratulations. Come on over. Congrats. All right, in 2nd place, David Alejandro with a time of 1 hour on the dot. David, you killed it. Nice job. Woo!
I got dirty.
Woo! All right, And in first place is Mike Tubiak with a time of 57 minutes. Woo! Mike, congratulations. Awesome job. And they are with Team Achilles, who brought an amazing group of athletes out today. All right, for our mobility impaired division, we are going to go top 3 female and top 3 male. All right, so female in third place, one of our Sports Association athletes, Laurie Vizzario, with a time of 1 hour 46 minutes. Come on over, Laurie. You rocked it. Congratulations. You're welcome. Nice job, Laurie. Second place, Brooke Royka, with a time of 1 hour 37 minutes. First place, Denise Eldridge, with a time of 1 hour 2 minutes. All right, our male top 3. In third place, Zachariah Schneider, with a time of 1 hour 46 minutes. All right, second place, Matt Bueno, time of 1 hour 31 minutes. And first place, John Redfield, 1 hour 12 minutes. All right, that rounds up for our adaptive teams. We're going to do our top 3 overall male and female winners. So our female in third place is Mackenzie Napolitano with a time of 40 minutes, 42 seconds. Congratulations! All right, second place, Jessica Booten with a time of 37:12. Awesome. And first place, Trisha Capola with a time of 35:18. Top 3 male in third place, Peyton Durant with a time of 29:43. Awesome job. Congratulations. Second place, Sean Houlihan with a time of 29 minutes on the dot. Wow, that's fast. Congratulations. Nice job. And in first place, Austin Neidl with a time of 25 minutes. Where's Austin? Oh, this is not Austin. This is his dad. Wow, he did awesome. 25 minutes. Yeah, 25:41. All right, moving on to our age group winners.
Second appearance for you. All right, we'll start off with your name and where you're from.
Mike Tubiak, and I'm from Naugatuck, Connecticut.
David Alejandro from Naugatuck, Connecticut.
Awesome. And how'd you guys do today?
Oh, I enjoyed it. It was pretty good, minus banging my knee, but other than that, it's normal. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, very enjoyable today. Yeah. Very enjoyable.
I should say, how did you place?
He placed first.
I was at first, he was in second. Yeah. Not that far behind.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a good course. Different this year.
They got rid of the 2 worst obstacles I don't like.
What definitely fun. This is my first time, so.
They got rid of the log teeter-totter. Okay. And there used to be like these staggered logs that you step on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but they added the zip line and and they made the what is it, where you have to carry the log? They made that one bigger. They made it longer.
Yeah.
Where you have to go up into the woods.
Yeah. What were your favorite obstacles out there?
Probably like the zip line or the walls. I enjoy jumping over walls and stuff like that.
That was my favorite as well. Yeah. I like to get dirty, so.
Yeah.
The traverse wall was no joke. That went on for a while. I was surprised about that. Yeah. And then
traverse wall. Which one was that?
Like the rock climbing holds and stuff.
Yeah.
The Z-wall. The Z-wall.
That's right.
Oh, man, yeah.
And what did you
think? Monkey bars that's the toughest. I truly think that the monkey bars are the toughest one.
Yeah.
Because you're coming in wet. And the first thing that you do is slide right off those bars.
And what did you think about the slip and slide? Did you do that one too?
Oh yeah, I love that. That's always fun.
I think I did the casual. I switched it up a couple times when I was sliding down. There's only so many moves you can do.
Right. So how many times have you done this event?
I think I'm like 6 or 7 because I did 2017. That's when I started.
Okay. So. How about you?
Well, about 8 now.
Okay. Yeah. What keeps you coming back? What do you love so much about this event in particular?
I think challenge. I love sport. I love doing obstacle course races and stuff like that. So and plus seeing all the adaptive athletes take it on is always fun.
Gotcha.
It's always fun when you see other people with not the same struggle, but that are struggling. So it gives you, it inspires you to do better.
And how did your guide do?
Oh, terrible.
She did none of. She didn't do any of the obstacles. She said, "I'm not doing anything." No. I'm not getting muddy.
We've done it so many times that
Yeah.
we look forward to this event. So.
Yeah. And then final thoughts. Any reason for people to get out here and try it out?
It's different.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So that's just a great
It's
atmosphere.
not a Spartan or a Tough Mudder, but you sure do feel like you're doing one.
Yeah. It's great turnout and everything.
Yeah, it's just a turnout. It's the people.
They should let more
It's the
people
energy.
in.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know, because this can go on all night.
The fact that they had to cap the race is what's crazy to me.
Yeah, they had to cap it at 1,000. That's a pretty.
They should go more than that. They really should, because all you're doing is raising more money.
Right.
You know, and if all you have to do is let more people in, just do it. It's that easy.
Awesome.
You know,
I'm
it's
gonna
that
paint
easy.
my face.
Well, you look great. Congratulations on first and second.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Thank you.
Who was interviewing us, by the way?
Rome Leykin, Romeleykin. I'm from Stamford, Connecticut.
Awesome. How did your event go today?
I think it went the best. This is my third year doing it, and it was the best one yet. Because I did the most obstacles I've ever done here, but the most important thing was that I did them with these on.
Yeah, so talk to us about that.
So doing this obstacle race in full-length prosthetics, because I'm a double above knee amputee since 2018, is a whole new different ball game for me. It lets me know that my races don't just have to be on pavement, flat ground. I can go take a hike. You know, you tell me to go take a hike, and I will.
That's my favorite insult line. I say, take a hike.
All right. If you really want me to.
What were your favorite obstacles out there?
The second one after D-Day, the climbing one.
Okay. Yep.
The wall, whatever it's called. And definitely the rock, the big rock.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
A lot of them were in the beginning, and then there is that other high ledge rock. Yeah. It wasn't a rock wall; it was just a wall, like a wooden wall that you had to go over. That one I really liked. Yeah. Oh, and the other one, definitely the monkey bars. The monkey bars. Because my dismount at the end, I was like going for a great dismount, and I went down and I went down. It wasn't great. I think we definitely got it on video, so it's pretty funny.
Love it. Any obstacles that you weren't able to complete this time that you're looking to complete next time?
I don't know specifically. I normally have done it on distance. I think I got through a little bit more than half this time. So next year, maybe 3/4, and then in a year after that, the full one, and then a couple years, then I'm going to start doing the time, like really based on time. Right now, I'm just doing it based on the amount of obstacles I've done.
Love it.
How did you hear about this event?
Through a couple years ago, I saw their ad on Facebook, and I just clicked it. I signed up, and I did it. I didn't know anybody here, and I just kind of meshed with the Hanger people because Hanger Clinic is who I went to see, and I knew some of them tangentially.
Tell us about Hanger Clinic. I'm not familiar with it.
They're an orthotics and prosthetics and orthotics company. They're national, if not international. They're all over, and they help create the sockets. And they help program the prosthetic legs.
Okay, awesome.
And your prosthetists, and I guess that's a good enough description.
How great is it coming out here and being able to see such a variety of adaptive athletes?
It's exactly what I thought it would be. Amazing and unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's where when something tragic happens, when you are suffering in a tragic accident, makes you adaptive. The only thing that gets you back out is sports, or is adaptive sports. Adaptive things like this, events with other people where you don't feel so closed off or so trapped in the closet. You know, you're not put away here. You come out here and shine.
We're all doing the same course. We're all loving it. Yeah.
Exactly, and you just feel real good, and that's it means a lot, especially all the kids that I'm seeing here now.
Yeah.
I didn't see them 2 years ago. You know, last year was pouring, I understand, but still, but it's just such a joy to see that they're here and they're getting in on the fun. And the more that, last year I told my friend Malek about this. He's also a double above knee.
Okay.
And now my other friend Shannon, who is another double above knee, she went with the Achilles team. And, spreading the word, this thing is getting bigger and bigger, and I love it. I love it.
I'm so happy to see, because we knew a little bit of this course. We knew it was at like a hospital, but we didn't really know how adaptive friendly it was. And it's so great to see because athletes of all shapes and sizes. It's beautiful sharing the course with them, and had a great time. Any final thoughts on the event today?
Well, it's funny that I'm thinking in my head, there's nothing adaptive about this. You know, there's no like easy chairs or anything. I mean, yeah, well, if you can't do it, you can always call or you get some help. But any last thoughts on this event was that this was my best year doing it, but this was the most people that I have ever seen attend this event, that love it, that are so excited for it, and I am just so happy to see how many other people are doing this, how much this event has grown. It's unbelievable.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to me, and congratulations.
My pleasure. Really. Thank you so much.
Diane Vitagliano from Guilford, Connecticut.
What's your team name?
The Terminators! Because when you open me up, I'm all metal.
Tell me about what's the surgery, what's going on?
I was in a motorcycle accident, and I broke all the bones in my legs and shattered my knee and broke my back. And so I was here for 5.5 months. Well, I was in the hospital total 5.5 months. Here, I think I was 5 months.
And so did you put this event on the schedule and have something to work for? How did this come to be?
Yeah, when I was a patient here, I had done a couple of gauntlets before my accident. And when I was here and I heard about them, I said, I'm going to come back and do it. And at the time, though, I couldn't stand.
So how did it feel to make that kind of progress and be here today and finish the course?
It felt really proud.
Yeah.
I have lots of support. My family, they just couldn't have done it without them.
Love it. What were some of your favorite obstacles and stuff out there in the course?
There was not a single obstacle that was my favorite. They were all horrible.
Zip line? Come on.
That was the worst.
Not a fan of heights.
They were so much harder than the other two obstacles courses I had done.
Okay.
Lots of height. Lots of that ravine. Climbing over that ravine, that was something. Yeah, there was no favorite one.
Fair.
The finish line, yeah, that was the favorite obstacle.
Plans to come back next year? Yes.
She will be back next year.
Yes, I have a time I have to beat now. So as long as my team will be doing it with me, I'll be here next year.
Sounds like they'll be here next year too.
And then advice to someone else interested in coming, checking one of these events out? Should they check it out? Who's
Just
this for?
do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. And this woman here, was my physical therapist while I was here.
How cool to be able to run a race with you. That's amazing. This is a very special event. I've been all over the world doing these events. This is very special. So it's very cool to see this.
Yeah.
Well,
how'd you do?
Congratulations on your finish.
3 hours.
That was, I beat my goal.
Yes?
And my friend made her plane. We had to cross the finish line by 1 so she could go catch her plane.
Well, congratulations on finishing, and good luck with the rest of your recovery.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you.
My name is Mohammad Malek Sabr, Mohammad. Middle name Malek, Malek, and last name Sabr, Sabr. So I am from Worcester, Mass.
Okay, nice. That's near us. How did your event go today?
It was great. I like the weather. It was perfect. So today, unfortunately, I couldn't finish the whole thing because last week I was in Florida and I did 5K. So, and I got some blaster on my left knee and my left leg. So when I started here at few to finish the first obstacle, but I saw that blister pop up and then I stopped because I have to take care of myself. And as a bilateral above knee amputee, I have to be ready for my other activities. So otherwise, it will be hard for me to continue in my daily activity.
Life is an endurance event, right? Exactly. So you do a lot of these races?
I did, yes. I did a lot of races like 5K, 10K, 1K. I enjoy being here around and meet with a lot of people, make friends. And I enjoy being such a wonderful place and see nice people. So I'm very, very happy. So originally I am from Afghanistan. I lost both of my legs above the knee when I stepped on first line mine, it blew off me to the ear. So when I came down, another one is explosion. It was two bombs at the same time, and then I was in bad condition, so I came to US for treatment, and I really appreciate Hanger Clinic. So they take care of me right now, and I am very happy to be here, safe with family, and I work full time. I like to continue my sports. I used to compete in China and Korea for Paralympic swimming.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So you guys can Google me. My name is, again, like Mohammad Malek Sabr, Afghan swimmer. And you will see a lot of information on me on Google also.
How does it feel to still be able to compete with some other awesome athletes?
Well, it feels wonderful, and I met a lot of people today. It was a very great opportunity for me to attend here. So that was very cool, being around, like the weather is nice, like you can finish 5 kids easy, if you don't have any issue with your prosthetic legs or with your knee, so it's easy to finish it, man. Yes.
And who would you recommend this course for?
Well, Rome is my buddy, so we are Boca friends, and I would say Rome.
Yeah.
He's a great, cool guy. Yes.
Awesome. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to me, and keep crushing it out there.
Thank you so much, guys. I hope next year I could be able to attend, and I would like to attend next year. I will register for next year, and I think I will be all set for next year.
Awesome. Love it.
All right. Thank you so much.
Laurie Vizzario from Northford, Connecticut.
And you got a big-ass team with you today. What's that all about?
Oh, geez. So there's some here, there's some right there, but a lot of them left. There was about 40 people here with my Team Laurie shirts on. My friend Lisa made for everybody, and just my huge support system, my family, friends. I couldn't have done it without them. My dad. Yep.
So what did this challenge mean for you?
Well, almost 2 years, about 22 months ago, I was in a really bad boating accident, and I broke my back, and I had an incomplete spinal cord injury, and I was in a wheelchair, and they told me they didn't think I would be able to walk again. I was in-house probably for about 8 weeks inpatient between Stony Brook University Hospital and here, and then I'm still doing outpatient therapy to this day. That's one of my therapists right there sitting down. That's my therapist right there with the white shirt on. It says, "Go Team Laurie."
Okay.
And I don't know, just a lot of hard work, and
How does it feel to take on a challenge and be with all of these people that helped you,
Oh, it's overwhelming. It's to have so many people here supporting me. I don't know. There's no words. Honestly, there's really no words. I was so overwhelmed.
What did you think about the course? Was this your first obstacle course race?
This is the first time I just learned to run 2 months ago.
Okay.
I've never even done a 5K before, even before my accident. So it was insane. That obstacle course was insane. I didn't skip not one obstacle though.
Awesome. What were some of your favorites out there?
My favorites? Most challenging? There was one, it was like a metal door that you had to climb up with a rope and then slide. That was most challenging for me. My favorite one, I don't think I had a favorite one. They were so tough.
You're not the first one to say that, yeah.
They were so tough, but that metal door one was something. Yeah, it was great.
And is this an event that you're planning to return to now, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna. So one of the girls over there is my best friend from college, the very one on the end. She came up with her daughter, who's sitting right next to her. Yeah. They came up from Texas to surprise me and run it with me. And then my sons are over there, and they all want to do it next year with me. So and my husband right there, my dad.
Such a great turnout.
Yeah, all my friends.
Yes,
yeah. So I just had so much support. I didn't want to disappoint anybody. So
right.
Yeah, it was amazing. I don't even know what to say.
Who would you recommend this event for? Like someone listening.
Honestly, anybody who wants to challenge themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to do all the obstacles just to cross the finish line. I mean, Anthony was amazing. The other featured athlete, he was hands down he's the real deal right there. Anybody, just do it. Just do it.
Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to me,
Yeah,
and good luck with the rest of your recovery.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Will do. All right.
My name is Tim Kilbride. I'm from Meriden, Connecticut. I work at Gaylord Hospital in Wallingford, Connecticut.
My name is Kate Donohue. I am from Watertown, Connecticut, and I also work at Gaylord Hospital.
And what's your role at Gaylord Hospital?
I am the spinal cord injury specialist for the inpatient therapy department.
And I am the spinal cord injury specialist for the outpatient therapy department.
Teamwork.
We're both PTs.
Love it, love it. So how long have you guys been working here? What do you love so much about Gaylord Hospital?
I've been working, oh my God. I've been working here for going on 14 years now, I think. Sorry, that just made me feel real old when you made me do the math on that. I was like, oof. I love working here because we get to do things that are, most people would just think were impossible. We get to take people who can't move, can't walk, and teach them to start moving and walking, and then eventually ends up here running an obstacle race, a 5K in the mud, for someone who couldn't stand up, 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? Right? Yep.
I just hit my 6-year mark, actually, last month in June, and so I love working at Gaylord because of people like Laurie, really. Laurie and I started a year and a half ago. She was in a wheelchair. We were working on doing standing and letting go of the parallel bars, and today she just ran a 5K obstacle race, and I couldn't be more proud of her, honestly.
We've spoke to a lot of athletes today that said in the beginning they didn't know if I'd ever walk again, and now they're running 5Ks. As personal, how does that make you feel? Is that your motivation to come to work every day?
My motivation to come to work every day, that is some of it. Some of it is just because I like to get out of bed and know that I can try to do something that makes a difference in the world on any level, whether someone walks or not. Our other guy, Anthony, did this entire course in a wheelchair, an hour ago, and that's also wild and insane. I would say that what gets me out of bed to get to work every day is just having a chance to get my hands dirty and do something that's meaningful.
Yeah. Making a difference in other people's lives is something that I've always wanted to do, and I think as a PT here, especially at Gaylord, we get to see that every single day, and it's just really a life-changing experience for us, not only for the patients to be able to achieve something like this after such a hard time in their life, but for us to be able to, guide them through and give them the tools that they needed to get through it.
And obviously, recovering from spinal cord injuries is very much a physical challenge, but having an event like this to put it on the map, so on the calendar, so they have that mental challenge and that there's something for them to work for. How much of a difference do you see that in patients recovering, having something to work for?
So having a goal is essential, but also one of the great things about physical therapy is I don't do physical therapy for spinal cord injuries. I do physical therapy for people with spinal cord injuries, right? So if your goal is to get through an obstacle 5K, we're going to find a way, whether we have to adapt or we attack it head on or we have to change and modify the way we're doing things. If your goal is, man, I just got to be able to get in my car and drive to see my 5-year-old nieces or get to someone's graduation or dance at a wedding, that's the goal, right? So physical therapy is very goal-driven. It's important for whoever is working with us to let us know what's important to them, and that's what we're going to strive to accomplish.
One of my favorite things to say as PT is you're always working towards one end goal. So for example, you want to strengthen your quad. There's 800 different ways that you can strengthen your quad. It's just a matter of how the patient can do that task. You know what I mean? So working around different ways and the patient's challenges to get them to the goal that they want to achieve really is so special.
It's funny, it reminds me, we recently got married and Mike's grandmother had both knees replaced.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And she kept telling her physical therapist, I have to dance at my grandson's wedding. That, and guess what? She was on that dance floor dancing at our wedding.
Yeah, love it.
We had a patient and inpatient that wanted to propose to his girlfriend, so the only thing that they worked on was kneeling for months, just so he could get down on one knee to propose to his girlfriend, right? I know, it's the things we work on here are so special and so life-changing. It's just...
Oh, yeah. We can do a ton of cool stuff like that. I've done, I had a young lady who wanted to get to be able to dance, so we were dancing the waltz in the middle of the physical therapy gym over and over again until we got it. I had a gentleman who got married here while he was in inpatient, and we have a robotic exoskeleton, so I was able to get him to stand and walk like his wife down the aisle, which was really, really cool because he didn't have movement of his legs yet. So, yeah, that's part of what's the most special about working here is the fact that we don't like to say anything's impossible. We we like to think out of the box to find the best way to accomplish as much as is possible.
And then going to this event itself, like, what did you think about, like, the actual course? Like, did you get to run the course? Like, what did you think about the event today?
I've done this course. This is my 10th year captaining the adaptive team for the Sports Association. Every year they change the course up so that we can never get used to it, which is great. It is always a remarkable challenge, and every adaptive athlete has different modifications, different techniques they're going to use to get through. So some of it comes from a lot of sessions planning out what we're going to do in advance. Some of it comes from thinking on the fly. But it is always an amazing challenge and just something that is wild to overcome. I've done a lot of obstacle races, not here, Tough Mudders, Spartan races and stuff like this. And challenge-wise, this is right on par with them. Like, it is an awesome obstacle race.
This is my 6th time doing it with an athlete. And every year it's always been something different. The obstacles are so much fun. I love the mud. It's like my one day to just let go of my OCD and just let it happen. I'm just like, okay. But every year it's something different for the athlete to go through. So like I never had the same experience with one athlete compared to the next one every single year. It's just, I love to see it.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be around to help out next year too.
Are you on the team that like helps modify and adapt the obstacles as well, or you just like lead the people?
I've worked with the facilities crews occasionally on some of the obstacles, but we don't modify the obstacles much at all. We more modify our approach. So like there's like a thing you walk across a rope, like you side shimmy across a rope. Yeah. So for our paraplegic athlete, instead we took a huge carabiner, latched it on the rope, and he did it as like hanging upside down under the rope. Yeah. So we more modify around the obstacles. We don't try to change the obstacles as much. We instead try to like change how we're going to approach them. Yep.
So I'm a special education teacher, so in mine, I'm like, oh, so it's an accommodation, not a modification. You're not changing anything, you're accommodating.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we would say adaptation. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And final thoughts on like this event selling out this year? Like 1,000 people, that's pretty substantial. That the sport, as I'm sure you know, has its ups and downs. Right now it's not doing too hot in the United States, but this event was amazing. It reminds me of like what I fell in love with it.
Yeah, 100%. Honestly, the selling out is amazing, but also the more volunteers we get, the further we can go before we sell out. So if anyone wants to come volunteer, we need at least 120 volunteers every year to make it happen. But I will tell you right now, all of the money that's going on here helps keep the Sports Association afloat, which is like a facet of this hospital that does things like quad rugby, water skiing, adaptive golf, all sorts of, we do all sorts of stuff. Rock climbing, we go up to the rock climbing clinics. So, if anyone wants to come volunteer, we need people to keep the race running, absolutely.
The Gauntlet is my favorite event every single year. I just can't stop. I never want to stop running the Gauntlet. I'm never involved in like the inside out things of setting up the obstacles, but definitely involved in the adaptation for the athletes and how what's the safest way to get through it.
Right. You know. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to us, and thanks for doing what you're doing. This is awesome.
Thanks for coming to talk to us, guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
My name's Shannon, and I'm from Newington.
My name is Jess. I'm from Unionville.
And how did the event go for you today?
It's great. First time doing it, so great learning experience. Love the atmosphere. Just had fun out there.
Awesome. How was it being a guide?
It was also my first time here and being a guide in a race. Okay. It was awesome.
Yeah. How does it feel to have an event that's so friendly to like adaptive athletes and everything?
It's great to be included and just have everybody cheering you on as well and helping you out throughout the obstacles. Really makes you feel included, and that's awesome.
Did you have any favorite obstacles out there?
Ooh, the slide was fun. Two of like the step ladder we went over and the zip line. Those are cool too.
Okay. Did you have any favorite obstacles out there?
For me, I feel like the slide at the end to get some of the grime off was awesome. Seeing her go across the zip line was fantastic. Yeah.
And who would you recommend this event for?
Both able-bodied and adaptive athletes. Whether you're coming out to see other people, doing it yourself, it's fun for everyone.
You said you plan to potentially come back again next year? Or?
Yeah.
Same thing?
Yeah, I'll come back. I think families also. There's a lot of kids around here.
Yeah. And then any obstacles that you weren't able to get this year that you're thinking maybe next year, or?
The second wall, like without the steps in between, just like the pegs, we skipped that one. So I might try that next year, but we'll see. Or the metal like garage door one with the rope.
That was quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
And then any final thoughts on how this event went, sold out and everything?
great to have such a good turnout for it. Glad the weather worked out better than last year too. Heard it poured then. Yeah, so it's awesome that they get so many people.
Final thoughts?
I can't wait for next year.
Well, great job today, and hope to see you guys next year.
Yeah, thank you.
My name's Shay. I'm from New Haven.
And how did the event go for you today?
It's my first time ever doing it, and I'd say it went well. I finished, and that was my goal, to finish. So I'm here.
How did it feel to have the support team behind you?
I wouldn't be able to do it without any of them, so it felt amazing to have the people that I have. So absolutely.
Favorite obstacles out there?
Favorite. I would probably say the mud is probably that was probably one of the hardest ones. So I'd say that's probably my favorite.
How does it feel to be bouncing back from it, and be able to participate with everybody today?
That was ultimately my goal at the end. When everything happened, I just wanted to be able to live my life normally. Being an amputee, so I accomplished it.
So in recovery, was this something that you circled on your calendar and were kind of gearing up for? How was that process?
Even before the amputation happened, we had talked about the Gauntlet, and I kept that in my mind, this is what I want to do. I only got operated 4 months ago for my amputation, so to be back and doing this, I'm proud of myself. It's a lot of hard work, and
it should be. That wasn't an easy course. I've done this for a long time. That was a decent challenge.
It absolutely was. I agree.
So plans to come back next year? Or?
For sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
And who would you recommend this event for?
For anybody. Someone who likes a challenge, someone who thinks that they can't do it. I mean, the limitation is in your brain. So as long as you have the mentality to accomplish anything, you can do it. So.
And then a shout out to the Hanger Clinic. I see you wearing the shirt.
Absolutely. Hanger, they've been through me throughout this whole process, and my team with Hanger has been absolutely phenomenal, so shout out to them for sure.
Well, congratulations on your finish. You should be feel very accomplished, and awesome to have such a great support team behind you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Nice job. Nice job.
My name is Phil Reith. I'm from Meriden, Connecticut.
Awesome. And what are you here representing today?
We're representing Athletic Brewing Company.
How long have you been with them?
I've only been with them for 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite beers that they got?
Oh, I love Free Wave is fantastic. I also love our Golden Ale, Upside Dawn. Yeah. I love Upside Dawn. Very good. Those are my two favorites.
Yeah.
Can I just tell you, his favorite thing is driving and drinking one of these, because he's always like, it feels illegal, but it's not.
It's not, yeah, it's very great.
But you guys have definitely been ahead of the whole sober drinking. You guys have been ahead of the curve. How does it feel to see this kind of boom and be bigger than it has been?
Well, it's great. I mean, we just wanted to make great tasting non-alcoholic beer and give people options for, to enjoy. So it's great that other people are seeing that and enjoying the product. And yeah, it feels really cool, I guess.
Yeah. Personal question. I saw you guys were working on a shandy. Is that out yet, or?
Oh, we have.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's a seasonal, our Right Pursuit. It's a lemon radler. Exactly. Yeah, just like a shandy. Yeah, you can get it online. It's in limited stores. It's for the summer. It's really great. Really great summer drink, gotta say.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of those. Awesome. And then you guys were a big supporter of this event too. How have you been enjoying your time here?
Oh, it's great. Everyone is so excited for us, for the races, it seems great. We all took a little view of the course up there in between some time. And yeah, we're just giving people some great beers, and it's a nice event, yeah.
And you yourself personally, have you ever done any obstacle course races or anything?
Not any. I'm quite a runner and a biker and a rock climber. I feel like I kind of should have done it, but I didn't. I did not. I checked it out. Next year, hey, I might throw my hat into the ring.
Awesome. And then any final thoughts on how you felt today was? Were you guys busy at the tent?
Oh yeah, we got a great amount of people. Never too overwhelmed, but so many people coming, either big fans of Athletic who wanted to just try one of their favorites, or a lot of people who, despite have never heard of us or were surprised to hear that there was a non-alcoholic beer here, and then, try it and taste it and go, oh, hey, actually, this is pretty good. So it really, fantastic all around.
Okay, where can people find out more about you guys online?
Oh, athleticbrewingcompany.com. Yeah, look us up. And also, exactly, we're on social media as well, Instagram, Athletic Brewing Co. We also have an athletic app, if you'd like, on the App Store. You can get news from us. Also, you can order our brews, directly to your door. yeah, a lot of great options.
Awesome. Well, thanks for supporting this event, and thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Thanks for interviewing me.
I'm Cindy Witter, and I'm from Cobalt, Connecticut, little town.
And what are you here representing today?
I'm here with 24 Piece. I started the company 13 years ago, and what we do is we use local artists' artwork. So I have 15 artists now that contribute. Yep, they get a portion of the sale. Portion goes to charity, which is Paul Newman's Hole in the Wall Gang Camp, Cystic Fibrosis, and St. Jude's. But everything is hand screen printed right in Southington in a solar run print shop. Okay. Everything is earth friendly. But you can actually look at the back of the tags that are on each item, and it will tell you about the artist. So this way you know who you're getting the artist from.
Well, that's a win-win-win,
Exactly.
actually.
Exactly. It's all good, but it's all good for the earth. Like I said, it supports so many local things, too. So
it's a beautiful artwork. The one that drew me in was it showed a picture of a bee, and it was kind.
Oh, yeah.
Very simple, but be kind.
That's it.
That's my wife in a nutshell. So she's looking at the onesies now. We do not have a child, but we're going to... No. Awesome.
But aren't they cute?
So you said you've been doing this for 12 years. What made you want to, start?
I worked in the corporate world, and I didn't want to work in the corporate world anymore. I got laid off, and I kind of went woohoo. So I knew that I wanted to start my own business, and the reason why that we give to the Hole in the Wall Gang Camp is when my sister had a brain tumor. She passed away 25 years ago, but when she had her brain tumor, she lived near there. She lived in Eastford, and so she went and volunteered and taught the kids artwork. So then I used her artwork, which is the elephants, and I started the business, and I just said, okay, I'm going to see if anybody else wants to do it, any other artist. Yeah. And they've been coming nonstop. I have 15 artists now because they love the mission, and it helps them, and it helps everything, but it also keeps me going with my sister's memory.
Yeah,
So
keeps her alive, right?
Exactly. So it's good on all levels. So
how could some local artists reach out to you?
They can go to 24piece.com is our website. They can message me right through there, and I meet a lot of my artists out and about at farmers markets. We do Coventry Market, Wallingford Market, so we're all over the place, and lots of them I'll just meet out and about like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what are your feelings on this event? Have you been to this event before?
Oh, I have. This is such a wonderful event. It does so much good for so many people. And I just see it inspires me. I have a lot of inspiration in my life, but I watch what goes on here and the runners and the ones that that have issues. I mean, seeing the wheelchairs go around, and they're so inspiring. So it's wonderful to be here.
Yeah, if they can tackle the course, what's our excuse with doing stuff day to day?
That's it. When you want to complain about if it's too hot, too cold, whatever, when you see what they go through and the inspiration that they are to others to keep on going, it's wonderful.
Yeah. And then one more time, where can people find out more about you guys online?
It's 24piece.com.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Steve Holland. I was the CMO at Gaylord, recently retired. I'm still a physician here, and I live in Watertown, Connecticut.
So first off, congratulations on your retirement. How does it feel for that big change in your life?
Interesting. Everybody's asking me if I'm enjoying a relaxing life, and I've been busier than ever. I'm catching up on so many things at my house and whereabouts that I didn't realize needed to get done. And then the last month, I've been very busy with this event.
Yeah. So talk to me. This was your brainchild, the Gaylord Gauntlet?
Yeah. About 11 years ago, one of my sons bought the whole family tickets to a mud obstacle event.
Okay.
Went to it, and they kind of run you up and down the area, get you tired, and then you do 3 obstacles in a row, and then they run you up and down there. And I loved it, but I was like, oh man, we got all this land at Gaylord. We can do better. We can do this. So we came back with the idea, and then it was more like, okay, so this should be for the Sports Association and adaptive athletes. People in the hospital right now, we want to show them that we can put on an event. That's what they'll be a year from now.
Yeah.
And so many of the people have done that. They've actually been here as a patient, saw the event, said, I'll do this.
And we were fortunate enough to talk to a lot of them too, which was very satisfying to hear their story about, being able to put this event on the calendar and have something to work towards. And, recovery is a difficult process physically and mentally, and to have something to work towards is a huge game changer.
Well, it's that, and because they have goals in the hospital. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to do this. By next week I want to do this. By the time I leave I want to do this. So they already are goal oriented. And then when they see this or hear about it, and then they say, I want to do that, they push themselves. It's that type of process that they learn about and that they continue to do that makes it real for them.
Yeah. So how do you feel like looking back on your career, like all of the lives that you've helped? Like, is there any way to kind of conceptualize all of that? Is it like
that's a
right?
That's a tough one. No, it's not easy to do that because you think that as you're doing things, it is such a small contribution because they're the ones doing the work and you're guiding the path. But when you look at it over a long period of time, it's more impressive.
Yeah, just an incredible amount of ripples I can imagine just affecting so many different people's lives. So how does it feel having this be the last event that you're going to be participating on? What did they say it was?
This was my 10th Gaylord Gauntlet, and I'm kind of retiring as race director now too. I plan to continue to run as long as I'm healthy enough to do it, but this is my last one as race director.
How does it feel to see it grow the way it has over the years?
Oh, it's been very rewarding. You know, we had COVID in the middle of this, and we had reached our potential of just over 1,000 runners. That's the most we thought we could do in terms of parking and event and bottlenecks on the course, which we've striven very hard to minimize. And then after COVID, we built back up to the point where we are again. And I realized that a lot of mud obstacle races are kind of on the wane. They're not as popular as they were 10, 15 years ago. But we showed this year that this one is still popular because of the different aspect of what we're doing. We're doing it for a cause. We're doing it as a nonprofit. And we've tried to incorporate a very interesting obstacle course. You know, a lot of it is in the shade. Very little of it is on the road. And we try to do as many different obstacles as possible that people haven't seen before. You know, early on we had a house. We had to run through a house. And we had, people in there that were volunteers, that were actors. Like, you're running through my house, what are you doing? And nobody's had seen that before. Yeah. And so we've tried to have a lot of fun with it to make it different.
My favorite was your nurses in like the castle.
Just to say that, yeah.
With the water guns. That was so unique. They were having a blast. I was like, how'd you get this job? They're like, oh, we're just nurses here. I'm like, that's so nice.
Yeah. So even I was surprised on that one because we built last year, our friends from Consigli built the whole right side of that with the tower. Mm-hmm. And we said, it would be cool to have somebody up there with a water gun. So we had one person up there and that gun barely reached. So this year they're giving me smack running up to it, and so I'm yelling at them, and then I turn around and I get blasted in the face from somebody on the platform I didn't even realize was there. So that was fun for me too.
What were some of your favorite obstacles out the course today?
Well, this year it's the zip line. We've been talking about doing this one for several years. Couldn't figure out how to do it safely without harnessing people, and that's why you just don't see it in an obstacle race very often because it takes too much time to create too much of a bottleneck. So when my facilities supervisor told me about the pond, I was like saying, well, let's take a look at that, see if we can do something with that. So our idea again was somebody falling into the pond and in the mud, it would be a safe entry back to the earth. And we could do that and still have the race go on. So figuring that one out, building the platforms, getting the slope right, making sure it was safe, making sure the volunteers had a way to retrieve all those things. And it came together and it worked pretty well. So that's the one I was most concerned about and most rewarded by.
It was well done. I told you at the start line that there's only like one other OCR that I've ever seen a zip line. It's not very common because of those exact reasons, but I wanted to say that you guys did a very good job with having 2 lanes open. The volunteers there were very great, efficient, and it definitely stood out as a lot of people. We talked to Mike Tubiak, who's one of the blind runners, and he just said it was the sensation of flying, just a magnificent obstacle for people to experience.
Yeah, again, it wasn't a long zip line like people are used to from the other thing, but just the idea that they're doing it in the middle of the race, I really was surprised by the number of people I talked to after the race saying how much they enjoyed it. It was just a pleasure. It was just something they didn't expect, and who doesn't love zip lining and flying over land? It's a great experience. Yeah.
So with this event selling out, it's pretty huge. How do you just feel, the final thoughts on this event, how you feel it went?
Well, again, I think it's a tribute to Gaylord and the work that we do more than anything else. We work very hard to give them a great course, variety, change it up every year, shade, the things that people want on, we're blessed with a great day today, so that's important too. But at the end of the day, people recognize what we're doing here, and when they see the adaptive athletes doing it, they stop complaining about their achy knee and their ankle that's, the trick and stuff like that. So that's the rewarding part.
Well, thank you so much for doing everything that you've done at this hospital for this event, and thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
I'll tell you, my pleasure.
Okay. Well, we're walking back to the car, and by the car I mean one of the many parking lots. We don't know where we're parked. We're going to figure it out.
Let's start with your name and where you're from.
My name is Michael Stefano, and I'm from Taunton, Massachusetts.
My name's Katelyn Ritter, and I'm originally from Pequannock, New Jersey, but currently live in Taunton, Massachusetts.
Jersey girl at heart. So let's talk about our thoughts on this event. It's so much fun. I mean, I had decent expectations in terms of like my heart very much belongs to local OCR, small scale OCR, and it's kind of funny to say small scale when they got 1,000 people to show up today.
They sold out. They had over 1,000 participants, and in the last 10 years, they've raised over $800,000.
Right, yeah. And so I'm going to repeat myself a bit here, but hey, whatever, you can fast forward if you want. I've never gone to an OCR at a hospital. I've interviewed the guy from Cairn University, where there's an obstacle course race on a college campus, which is very unique. We've done some at just so many like crazy places, but at a hospital is very, very unique. What did you think about having it here?
Their campus is beautiful. I haven't even seen the hospital, I don't think.
I think all of those buildings are like part of the hospital.
Oh, so it's not one like building, it's like mini buildings, I guess. So it's not like a hospital with an emergency room. It's like a specialty hospital, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get backed up into real quick. They're not looking. Please look when you back up, people. That is very nerve-wracking.
No, I loved the event. I kept saying to Mike, like, who's chopping the onions?
Oh yeah.
I kept getting like, not like emotional, but like, emotional. Yeah, I guess emotional. And I think about just like the population of people that you and I work with every single day, and thinking like, our students could do this, our kids could do this, like if they had accessibility to events like this.
Yeah, I mean, I teared up a little bit doing some interviews thinking about like, how would I face these kind of obstacles if I had lost a limb? I'd probably feel really down on myself and beat myself up, and not like, I would like to think that I'd be badass like these people and come out here and can still continue to live and have these events to kind of support and kind of build me back up. But that's a huge life change to lose a limb or to have a really bad spinal cord injury. And these people are here to pick everyone back up.
Absolutely. And just the course itself, 3.3 miles with 24 obstacles and elevation. Like, it's not like we were running around in like an open fields.
I mean, a little bit of elevation. Yeah, I thought it was going to be, it ended up being a lot more difficult obstacles than I thought. And it was a great small scale local OCR. I just had a blast, and this was exactly what I fell in love with back in 2012, or more so 2013, when I really fell in love with it. It's amazing. I wish we had the obstacle list so we could go over some of the obstacles, but what were some obstacles that stuck out for you?
There was a zip line, there was a water slide, which was a lot of fun. The hardest traverse wall I've ever done in my whole life.
Much harder than Spartan.
Yes. Instead of it being like blocks, it was like rock climbing holes, and they weren't evenly spaced out.
Yeah. Another one was the sheet metal one where you had to go over that. VJ shoes came in handy with those. Not sponsored, but would like to be, if you're listening. VJ Matt.
My trail shoes were poo-poo for that obstacle.
Yeah, she couldn't get it up at all. It was difficult, but it was a lot of fun. And just seeing people's accomplishment and passing people on the course that were missing limbs and this and that. Like, yeah, sure, you see it at Spartan Race, but like, this felt a little bit more special because these are people that have been working through their injury at this hospital. They have this on the calendar. They're working towards something magnificent, and then they cross the finish line, and it's just the biggest joy in the world.
And they make it so it's accessible, like the physical therapists were saying. Like, it's not like the able-bodied people. What's the word? The correct. Like, it's not like adaptive athletes and non-adaptive athlete courses. It's like everybody's on the same course.
Yeah. It was. I think that the only other obstacle course race that comes to mind for me is like Boulder Dash, where they have like really great variety of people out in the course too. But this was very special, and I highly recommend you go and check it out. We drove 2.5 hours to get here. Get your ass here. Support these events. It was for a great cause. I signed up very last minute. I paid like over $100 per person, I think. And it's worth it. It feels good to have it go to a good cause. I guess even if it wasn't going to a good cause, it'd be going towards the sport and keeping the sport alive. But if we don't show up to these events won't happen. We think about Viking obstacle course race, who was putting on their final raid. People stop signing up. People aren't going there anymore. Why is he going to waste all his time putting on these events? So I'm going to keep showing up to these events. I hope we make it out next year. More importantly, I hope we help out with a adaptive athlete team or something next year too, because I'd like to take it out and kind of run for a fun lap quickly and then come back in and do something with other people. But I just had a blast today. Any final thoughts, Katelyn?
No, people, if you're local, if you're within like a 3-hour radius of this event, you have to come.
Yeah. I also think, and we didn't get the chance to talk to anyone about this, but they need to make it so it's open to more than 1,000 people.
Right. If they're going to sell it at 1,000, they need to figure out a way to make it bigger.
Because bottlenecks are going to happen regardless when you have someone in a wheelchair. And you know what? That's fine. That's part of the event. Deal with it. But yeah, pass them on the run and then keep going. The course was mostly empty.
Pass them on the course and then stop at the finish line and cheer them on as they finish.
Yeah. Very, very emotional. Very, very fun event. And yeah, looking forward to hopefully covering this again next year or something.
I recently saw a quote that was like, want to feel accomplished, run a marathon. Want to change your life, watch the marathon. People need to come watch these athletes. This is what will change your perspective.
Love it. I think they heard that last episode, but still effective. All right, Katelyn's driving. I'm drunk. Bye.
Welcome back.
Thank you to everyone that took the time to talk to us both on and off the mic, especially to Tara and the rest of the Gaylord staff for showing us around and putting on an excellent event. For related episodes, you could go back to episode 331, where we had the race director on from Cairn University's Highlander Assault, which is a obstacle course race at a college campus, if it's somewhere in New Jersey or Pennsylvania, that area, which is pretty unique. And also episode 379 was the Deca Mile live coverage at Underdog Fitness. I mentioned that this weekend we did a Deca. It was also there. So yeah, somewhat related to that too.
Can I just say a little addendum?
Sure.
I know that the race director doesn't say this, but wasn't he also like the chief of medicine?
There was something else big too.
Like he wasn't just like some guy that wanted to like help the hospital. Like he is a doctor and like had a bigger role in the hospital.
Yes, yeah. I may not have done the best interview because I was a little drunk at that point, but
no. But he also didn't like when you're like naming where you're from.
He didn't brag about himself. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Soft spoken.
Yes, very humble.
Yeah, links down below, so would you kindly check out those other episodes too?
Subscribe and follow where we get your podcasts. We are on all of the podcast players. And leave us a review if you like what you heard, or if you have feedback, you can email us.
Yeah, sure. More than anything, though, if you could share the show with a friend, get some more people listening to this. I put a lot of time into this. I mean, we drove a total of 5+ hours just for this.
Yes, we did.
Just for these two events, and we do it because... one, we love it, and two, like, we want more people to find out about this stuff, and we want,
support the sport.
Yeah, exactly.
Follow us on Patreon for as little as $2 or as many as $10. We would appreciate that very much.
Yeah, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, social media things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week, Mike's dragging me to City Fields.
Yeah, God, so 12
Literally.
years. I've never run this event before, but... that weekend we go down to Wildwood, New Jersey, and it's like on the way, so yeah.
It's not on the way.
Kind of.
They're both south from where we live.
What, like a half hour out of the way if we were going to drive straight to Wildwood?
Maybe, but now we're going to have to go over the George Washington Bridge.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
You can drive over.
So I'm going to be covering that event, and then we're going to be running that event, so that should be a fun time.
And then we're going on vacation.
Yes, I'm going to try hard to vacation.
And what are you going to do on vacation, Mike?
Try not to do nothing. Oh, you're gonna make me go parasailing.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Also, I have another idea for another episode. So next weekend will either be City Field if I rush and get all those interviews edited like I did for this episode, or it might be some other athlete that I'm really interested in having on the show. Which, if you use context clues, you may be able to figure out who that is. Katelyn, do you have a joke or a quote?
I do. My quote is from Frida Kahlo, and it says, "If I could give you one thing, it would be the ability to see yourself through my eyes. Only then you will truly understand how special you are."
Yeah, her unibrowed eyes.
Yeah. And then I have a dad joke.
Yeah.
How does Darth Vader like his toast cooked on Father's Day?
On the dark side?
Oh, man. I have another one. What do you call a dad who falls through the ice?
What?
A popsicle.
Oh, nice. All right, well, that just about wraps it up. My name is Michael Stefano.
And my name is Katelyn Ritter.
We'll talk to you next weekend.
From City Field.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening.
If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to subscribe to our show and write us a review on your favorite podcast app.
You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook and connect with us there.
Most importantly, we would appreciate it if you shared an episode with a friend so we can reach more ears
and continue to effectively shine a light on the people in our sport, as well as the events that we are so passionate about.
Our intro song is Street Club by Straight Up, and our outro music is Iron Call by The Best.
Plead the fifth. Yes.
Plead the fifth.
Hey, man, no. There's a big questions here.
They're rhyming.
Shows, waiting. Commiserating. Saying, I will go, turn the light home.
Sing it, Mikey.
Don't mess up the mic. Is this actually recording? Oh, yeah. I can picture that, too. Na 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 na.
We saw you guys out. You guys have been out.
Yep. Yeah, we just
saw
finished.
you guys take off, and we wanted to.
Yeah, we were gonna wait, and then we're like, we should probably beat them so we're here for when they finish. That would probably make sense. So.
Oh man, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna take a picture so I don't forget.
Yeah. Doesn't want a picture of you. He wants a picture of me.
He wants a shirt.
Dan, can you take a picture of us?
Yeah,
I don't forget it.
In the middle, bud.
Sure. And that I actually met them?
So, how does it feel having this be what's the last event that you're going to be participating on? What did they say it was?
Not sure what you mean.
So
but this was my.
I just want to call it MetLife because that would make sense because the Mets should play at MetLife.
Sports sponsors. I don't know.
The Mets play at Citi Field.
Sure.